Hi everybody, welcome to the Getting Started with Linkit, just an internal training video to give you some tips on how to get started. When you first log in from the SSO and you can sign in with Google on Linkit, it will take you right to this home screen. On this home screen you will see product updates, product announcements of what's coming, and then the far right, historical events and professional development, is really a place that you can go and find all kinds of different things. Finding, a different way for administrators to look at benchmarking. They have creating a request for assistance PD up there, data you want but don't know how to collect. And so they've got some great training videos, articles, and slides as well. You'll also see upcoming PDs and webinars down at the bottom. So the first thing you're going to do is actually toggle up to the reporting section, which is the second one down in this pop-out menu. And you're going to hit that and select dashboard. When you do that, the pushed out dashboard that the district has been creating will come up for you. This dashboard is created based on the graduating class year and then the current 2025 grade span that child is in. So first grade is 2025 right now. They are the class of 2037. Next year we will make them second grade, 2026, class of 2037. So you can always look by the graduating year, but if you can't remember and count back, we will have the current grade that they are in. All of these are called data pods, and in each data pod, when you select and open it, you will see it has data widgets. Widgets are data collections that we felt are the cornerstone ones in having conversations with all admin of what would you look at the most. Behavior, attendance, iReady, IAR, and you will see some data pods have much more data selections than others just because of the grade level and the type of assessments that they do. If you are a principal and you want to select just your school data, because you are logged in as a district administrator, so you're going to see the whole district in this data, you're going to go over to these double arrows that first appear under your name, and you're going to select those double arrows out. Once you select them out, you can filter which data pods you want visible. By grades, if I'm high school, maybe I only want freshman, sophomore, junior, senior until it's time for class placement, and then I will select 8th grade. You can also filter the data by data year, and then the really key part is filtering by roster. And when you filter by roster, it allows you to select the specific years of data you're looking for, but more importantly, that drop down of all the schools, and you can just select your school. Once you hit the apply button on any of these, this data and the data widgets will be changed to just what you select. So if I was middle school and I just selected my school over in the roster filter, this will change to just my school data. If I want to go back to the district data, I uncheck all of those filters and take it back to district data. The beauty of the district data is that you can then select any one of these widgets and use this little settings wheel, and you can hit school data association, and any school that has a grade that took that test will appear in this report, and it goes on. You can see the scroll bar here at the bottom. You can move on and see, whoa, changing all the widgets. That scroll bar, you can see all of the schools that have taken that test. You can save this as a text, which will take all of that data of the school comparisons out for you, or you can copy it as a picture if you want to put it into a slideshow or an email or memo or whatever you're doing. The copy as a picture allows you to do that. And again, you can do that for any one of the data widgets when you're in that district administrative view. To go back, you would just go back to the setting wheel and put subscores, and it will take the data back to the original look of whole my school if it's selected, or district data. The other thing that you can do from this screen is go up to the select data if you see some data that if you don't see some data that you're wanting to see, this will give you the list of every data record. And we have over 4,440 in there right now. And so you can search and find the data that you want. You can see there are many grade reports in there that are not housed in the data pod, just because we thought it might be a little too much to have all of them in there. You can roster filter by the year of the data report, and then you can also filter again by, I just want this report for my school, my grade level. You can do it by teacher, so you can continue to filter down any one of these reports by those filters. The nice part about this, and let me just put in up top here, I'm going to put in IAR. Once I start typing it in, it takes me to those selections. And then let's say I wanted to compare math for my current 5th grade and ELA, and I want to stack those two together in a custom report. What the system will do is pull those two reports together side by side, and you can see the overall scale score, or you can go up here and use the student results icon, and what it will do is stack those reports by student name next to each other. And so you can put on here, and I'm just going to scoot it over so we don't see student names in the video. You can compare ELA, math, and then put iReady, access score, behavior, and just stack all of those reports next to each other by student name. Hopefully this video gives you just enough to get you started. There are going to be more one-pager reports coming. And so make sure you check out your reports list, and we'll dive a little bit more into the settings wheel and the ability also to filter. One quick thing, because I forgot to mention this, if you go to these reports at any time and hit that little pie chart circle, it does add to the top the pie chart of the summary of the data. And then you can hit any section of the pie to filter the data below just to categorize those students. So if you have a bunch of reports up and you want all of the above proficient in this, anyone above proficient in that, I can go report, and column by column and just continue to put my pie chart up and select, the categories that I want to see, and it will continue to do that for me. So that's really easy in MTSS decisions, to go to these pie charts and select anyone that is in the red category. That pie chart is very helpful to do that as well. You can also do it with this filter button for any report, and I want to just see students that are below only in this report. And then you can filter over for this column as well. Currently there are none in the below because it was IAR, and this is scaled slightly differently. And so I can go back and unselect that. But if I have iReady up there, it would show that as well. Maybe I want to do the approaching proficient for this category. And I can see that I have 3 students that are currently approaching proficient and above proficient. If I changed this one to approaching as well, because I'm looking to see who I might want to intervene with, I get my whole list of students that in those 2 tests are approaching proficient. When you go over to a student name, the student hub icon will pop up, and when you hit that, it will go to the individual student's report as well and have all of the tests that they have been taking, and you can click down on that and select any one of the reports to see further detail. You can also filter this data and get reports that, let's see, I think if they have percentile ranks, you can get district percentile and the state percentile in the student hub as well. So this has their whole historical assessment, and you can click it, hit this detail button, and then you can look at their overall data pieces by going to the double arrows up here, and you can select, I want to add in the school percentile and district percentile to this student hub just to see how they are comparing to others. And the minute, I gotta scroll down to get that, sorry about this. There's the district. The minute that you select those, the student's data pops up with the student's percentile, district, and school. So plenty of you to play around with. There are one-pagers on most of these things. Please reach out to the Research and Assessment Department for other items that you would like to have.